Good day, ladies and gents. How are we all doing? I hope we're all good. So again, today we came with a recap of today's London session, and I'm just going to show you a few pointers, mainly on the daily bias, the H113 EMA, the pin bars, the engulfing bars, and a break and retest of order blocks. So starting off with the daily as usual, we just want to check where our price is trading for this month in terms of bias. So here you will notice that yesterday's candle gave us this nice wick, which I consider a stop hunt as well as a liquidity sweep of the lows of the day before yesterday, which was a Monday. So today, basically, I was looking forward for a bullish momentum. The whole TDI is trading above the 50 static. So that also gives me a bullish momentum on GER40. With that being said, we jump straight to H1 to confirm whether we are trading above the 13 EMA, again to confirm that bullish bias. So what I noticed pre-session or pre-London Open, I realized that we had this nice pin bar here, which appeared before London session opened. We also had this pin bar here as well um, during Asian session. So these are all signs showing me that my price is most likely bullish. All right. So after confirming that bullish bias, M15 is the next time frame, and here we're just going to mark the London Open, which was right here. So this particular candle was actually the London Open candle. So let me just dissect what I was looking for here. So on the M15, you can see that this pin bar or this wick is standing out of this of these equal lows. We've got this nice pin bar here. So for me, if I see this on a chart, it shows me that a stop hunt has been done already. So Asian, I figure that the stop hunt is done. And I also realized that we had a nice bullish engulfing candle here. What we didn't have before London Open was this week or this retest of the 13 EMA. So now the first thing I had was a bias. So I had a bias to buy, but what I wanted to see was price coming back into the 13 EMA number one. I also wanted price to come into the Asian highs. If you see, we've got this gray zone here. So I wanted to see that retest at least coming back into that area, which was also in line with the 13 EMA. And then the last thing I wanted to see, if you notice, we've got this little order block here or this odd candle here. So I always say if you see an odd candle when price is being delivered and you see an odd candle, just make sure that you mark that candle as a point of interest. So if you notice price came slightly below, again, for me, that qualified as a liquidity sweep. And as soon as I saw this now, I was now on the 3-minute time frame as this candle was forming, right? I was on the 3 minutes. So before I show you the setup, I'm just going to show you the other entry which happened. This is an example of a variation of an inside bar. So again, what you want to see on your 13 EMA is either a pin bar, like the one you see here, an inside bar, an engulfing, a bullish engulfing if we're buying, or a doji. These are the main candles you want to see after you've determined your bias. So jumping to the 3-minute, which is now my entry time frame, I'm just going to show you exactly now the candle which made me enter this trade. So that order block you saw on M15, it's right here, this red line you see. So this was the London Open. They started by pushing price up, then they pushed it aggressively down. This is to trigger anyone with a buy stop here. They get triggered. So if you've got a buy stop here, chances are your stop loss is either here or right here or even right here sometimes. So price came, took out all those stops before moving in the direction. So if you're a trader, these are some of the things you just need to know. Like you need to understand how your price is moving. So anyways, like I said, this was the London Open, which is 10 a.m. GMT plus 2. On this broker, it's 8 a.m. So you just need to figure out what's the correct time in terms of your local time and in terms of your broker time so that you know exactly what time to execute. So you will notice that after this stop and was done, we had a nice doji here right on the 50 EMA, right on the open price. These are all confluences lining up, which was also within that M15 OB. And the next thing I was looking for here was an engulfing candle, either in engulfing, a bullish engulfing, a pin bar, of which we had already got a doji. The only thing I just wanted was a confirmation and a close above the 13 EMA for me to actually enter the trade. And this was me getting into the trade. And that other entry again, which I showed you. So our trade was right here. This is just another entry which I showed you. Remember, we had that inside bar on M15. Soon as the inside bar closes, you come to your 3 minute for your entry. And here you can see we had a nice bullish engulfing. Your stop loss would have been here, maybe going for a 1:2 or 1:3. Your trade would have been almost complete. So setups appear as long as you know your daily bias. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch to trading view so that I can show you guys the entry. So you can see this was the open. So I'm just going to put the purple line here. So to the left, you see I also had a little bit of an order block. So I was even open to seeing price take out these lows and then react off this area before I got the buy. But in today's example or today's trade, price just decided to respect these lows. Then I got this nice engulfing candle with a close above the 13 EMA on the M3, and that was my trade. My stop loss simply went below, and I was targeting the previous day's high as a TP with a 1:3 risk to reward ratio, which eventually hit here. But our setup was collapsed somewhere in here. We already took a 1:2, which was the target for the particular account we executed on. So putting a 1:3 is just a default risk to reward ratio for our particular trading system. So what else do I need to show you guys? What other questions do you have? Okay, I just deleted the wrong stuff. But anyways, you guys let me know what other questions do you have in terms of what I've explained just now. What other questions do you have? So here you also see we had a retest of this level coming into this bullish engulfing as well, like I mentioned. So if you have some questions, please don't hesitate to write them in the comment section or let me know what you traded. So what I'm going to do is, okay, I actually want to show you guys how we shared this particular setup in the paid mentorship group. Okay. All right, I'm just going to take a quick screenshot and send it to the results so that I can show you guys the before and the during and the after the trade. So let's see quickly so that we don't waste time. All right, I'm going to save this. Okay, save, close this, resume share the whole screen. Okay, so I'm going to show you the results. This is March 5. So this week, our London sessions have been productive. We actually hit a 3 out of 3. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we've been having some good wins. So first things first, I'm going to show you guys what we shared in the mentorship group. So to have access to this group, I'm going to leave a link in the description. So I hope this is also visible. Maybe let's zoom in. All right, so you can see this was 10:07. I'm stalking GER40, German 40. Initially, I had mentioned that I've got my eyes on German 40. This was before London opened. As you can see, this was 9:57. London session opens at 10 a.m. GMT plus 2, my time. So I was stalking German 40, and I also checked gold was looking good for a possible higher expansion. But my main focus was on German 40. So here you see now on M3 waiting for one of the famous 4 candles for a valid entry to buy on gold. Okay, I was also stalking gold. Then German 40, you can see the update here. bullish engulfing on M3 possible. At this point, it was still forming and I had not yet entered, but I was just waiting for a close so that I could actually enter. Then this was after, it was literally a quick trade, as you can see. So this is the first, then okay, which one is next here? Okay, let's show this one. I'm not sure which one is the video. Okay, this is the setup as well, as you can see, just like I showed you on trading view. Then one of this should give us this. So you can see this was the setup in motion. I was just doing a quick video so that I could show you guys. We also had an order block breaker, like I mentioned, right here. Then this was the trade in motion. Literally, the first candle pushed us into almost halfway towards target. So on the prop firm we trade, it's kept at 1:2. So my setup is analyzed at a 1:3, but when I take the trade, it's kept as 1:2. So you can see here TP was hit within that first push. My TP was hit just after the halfway mark. By the time the price retraced and then pushed up here, I was already done with this particular trade. So for the results, this is the result, a 2% gain on, you can see that result, just one trade, a 2% gain on a 15K account. So I think that's it. That's all I wanted to share on this particular setup. Then, right, if you guys trade using the same strategy I trade, please let me know. Let me know what you're missing on the strategy. Let me know what you need to understand. Um, if you just need to join the mentorship group, you can, because in the mentorship group, what you learn is we're going to explain the setup before it happens. That means we plan the trade. The first thing we want to do is to plan the trade. Then after we plan, we want to trade the plan. Right? We're trading the plan now. So if I was expecting a buy and price started to sell, it simply means I'm not going to execute because my plan is centered around a buy, right? So also just try to make sure that you understand your multi-time frame analysis right from your daily, your H1, your M15, all the way to the entry time frame. So you can still do your entries on M5, you can still do your entries on M15. It all depends with your patience, all depends with your risk parameters and trade management or knowing when to close. Those are some of the things we are going to teach you in the mentorship group as well. So if you need to understand more about these candles, the candles we call the famous four candles, I think I'll link a video right here in the center for you guys. So again, let us know what you traded today. Let us know if you trade London session at all. If you found value in this video, please do share and don't forget to subscribe. Enjoy the rest of your day. Good trading.